What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking about the new Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, and I'm going to be breaking this trailer down, everything that happens in it, talking about the comic book references and all that stuff. For those of y'all that don't know, for those of y'all that are new, I am a massive nerd. I am a massive nerd. Spider-Man is one of my favorite characters. The Hulk is one of my favorite characters. Punisher is one of my favorite characters, and um, I'm so excited that the X Men are probably gonna get or an X Men adjacent character or an X Men character is going to probably get introduced in this movie. And yeah, so for me, this is a analysis of the trailer coming from a comic book nerd. I've been into superheroes for basically my whole life, so yeah. So first of all, my overall thoughts on the trailer. This trailer was incredible. Um, the trailers that we've gotten for this Spider-Man movie, uh, have been incredible so far. This one's incredible. It gives us more of a sense of what's going on, right? So Peter is mutating. He's gaining powers, but he doesn't know how to control the powers. The first few scenes of the trailer are Peter fighting Michael Mando's Scorpion. And I'm excited that they brought Michael Mando back as Scorpion in the MCU. We so it shows them fighting, and then Michael Mando goes, "Did you miss me, Spider-Man?" Or "What's up, Spidey? Do you miss me?" And then Peter like throws him against a building and accidentally flips over a cop car. And then Peter's like, I'm losing my mind. What the heck is happening to me, right? Because again, he's mutating. So then he goes to. Then we see him watching a video of Ned and MJ um, celebrating that they're about to graduate college or university, and Peter is um Peter's really sad about that because the ending of Spider-Man No Way Home was um he had to um make a massive sacrifice. He had to make the world forget about Peter Parker, right? So people do know who Spider-Man is, but they don't know who Peter Parker is. So Peter Parker has no friends. He has no life other than Spider-Man, right? That's how they've pitched this movie. Like Peter has completely um um taken up the role of being Spider-Man full time, right? When the movie starts. And um so we get to see him watch the video that Ned and MJ posted to the social media in the MCU, and then we get to see more of his new powers evolving, like through the mutation that Peter is going through. He is getting organic webbing, and his webs are getting stronger, obviously, because they're organic now, right? But he doesn't know if this is a bad thing, if this is a good thing. So he goes to Bruce Banner, who's a teacher at MIT, and he's like, Peter's like, Dr. Banner, um you 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 found a way to suppress your mutation, right? Because the thing about the Hulk and Spider-Man, they're mutates, they're not mutants. Mutants means you're born with your powers. Mutate means you are um given your powers later in life, basically. Like Peter was given powers by getting bitten by the radioactive spider he was bitten by, so he is a mutate, right? Um, the Hulk was given powers when he um got caught. Bruce Banner was given powers when he got caught in a um, uh, gamma radiation explosion. So, like, there mutates, right? There are mutants in this trailer, or mutant. There is a mutant in this trailer. But yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. So then, uh, Bruce says to Peter, he's like, um, who's to, like, he basically tells Peter, like, hey, you want to control nature, kid, right? You can't control nature, kid. Like, you're evolving, and how is it to say that your mutation is bad? And then he shows Peter his Hulk um damp Hulk dampener bracelet thing, and he's like, if you see me with this off, run. And then he does like a little joke with Peter, like he goes ah, and then the next few scenes of the trailer are um Spider-Man talking to the head of damage control, and the head of damage control is like, you're the only one that can stop this threat. You're the only one that's immune to it. And um, we do know that Sadie Sink's character, who I think is Jean Grey, um, is a telepath. And this trailer really makes me think she's Jean Grey. Like, I'm 99% sure I think she's Jean Grey. I'm 99% sure that she's Jean Grey. So I'm just gonna call Sadie Sink's character Jean Grey for the rest of the video. Because that's who I think she's playing, right? They haven't revealed who she's playing yet, but I'm like 99%. I'm like 99% sure that it's Jean Grey. So then Spider-Man goes after Sadie Sink's character, Jean Grey, and he then the next few scenes we see, um, well, while he's talking to the head of damage control, you see that um, New York New York gets mind controlled by somebody, so a helicopter crashes, and then Peter Peter gets thrown out of a building, and then a bunch of people start talking to Spider-Man, and Sadie Sink's character, Jean Grey, in my opinion, I think she's Jean Grey, right? Is like taunting Spider-Man a bit, like she's switching between different bodies and saying certain things to Spider-Man. Like one guy asks Spider-Man, "How are you, Spider-Man? Did you get Did you figure out the monster inside of you? Because again, Peter is mutating, right?" And then Jean Grey switches to another person, and they're like, maybe I'll go after MJ and see what she has to say. So then the next scene of the trailer um is um Spider-Man says to whoever Sadie Sink's playing, Jean Grey, right? Because I think she's Jean Grey. You won't get away with this. And then you see that Jean Grey has taken over the mind of the Hulk, and his Bruce's Hulk dampener is it fell off his body. So we get the return of Savage Hulk in this film, which I've wanted the return of Savage Hulk for since Avengers Endgame. Like, I don't like Professor Hulk. I do to certain extents, but like I don't like what the MCU has done with the Hulk character since Ragnarok. I think the last great thing they did with the Hulk character was in Ragnarok. So to see Savage Hulk, well, actually that's not true. I think the last two great things they did with the Hulk character was in um for Ragnarok and in Avengers Endgame, right? It was really cool to see the Hulk like snap everybody back into existence. But but I've wanted the return of Savage Hulk for years, like almost a decade now. So, um, we're gonna get a Spider-Man versus Hulk fight in this, and not Professor Hulk, Savage Hulk versus Spider-Man, which I find very interesting. And I think the Punisher is gonna go in on that fight as well. Um, and then the next scene we see is Spider-Man going to save Mary Jane. I mean, uh, MJ, right? Michelle Jones, Zendaya's character, and he remember MJ knows who Spider-Man is. She doesn't remember that Peter Parker is Spider-Man because Peter Parker doesn't exist to the world anymore, right? So he's just like, she's like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? And then Spider-Man tells her like, you're just gonna have to trust me. And then we see them swinging somewhere, and then the next scene is Spider-Man talking to Frank, and he's asking Frank to take MJ and make sure she's safe, and then um he's like, please Frank, I have nowhere else to go, and then MJ convinces Frank to go help Spider-Man do something, right? Probably fight the Hulk, if that's my guess. I think Punisher and Spider-Man are gonna fight the Hulk, right? Because we already know what Spider-Man is. That um I think I think I think um I think Punisher's gonna help him fight the Hulk, right? And then we get a scene with the Hand. Now the Hand is in this movie. I don't know why, but they're in this movie, and I think we are finally going to get a Daredevil and Spider-Man team up. Why do I think that? Because where is Spider-Man fighting the Hand? In a prison. Who is in prison in the MCU right now? Daredevil's in prison. Who does the Hand not like? Daredevil. So they could just be going after Spider-Man, but again, why would Spider-Man be fighting the Hand in a prison? So I think the Hand is going after Matt Murdock, and Spider-Man goes to save Matt Murdock um because uh Matt Murdock basically saved Peter's life uh in the last film, right? And Peter's a hero, right? So I think we're gonna get a Spider-Man and Daredevil team up in this film, which really excites me. Um, and then the last few scenes of the trailer are we get like an Aunt May monologue where she's basically telling him, I'm assuming this is a flashback because Aunt May's dead in the MCU. But I'm like, you get Aunt May dialogue and she's like, remember, no matter how powerful you get, you still have great responsibility, Peter. And then you see Peter at Aunt May's tombstone, and he kisses the tombstone and is like, I miss you, May, or I love you, May, or something like that. And then we get one more shot of the Hulk versus Spider-Man, and then we get the tag scene, which is a really funny scene of Peter stretching before he takes out a lot of bad guys. And also, we get a lot of moves that Peter uses from Spider-Man, the Insomniac Spider-Man, like the one move where he like does a web tornado up in the air. That's from Spider-Man 1. That's from the first Insomniac Spider-Man game. The move where he slides under the truck, that's from Spider-Man 1 as well, the first Insomniac game, right? So they're taking references from everywhere. Everywhere that Spider-Man's been, and I love that. Now, for those of y'all that are like, Jean Grey's not a villain, why is she, because I think Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey, why is she being portrayed as a villain? I think they're trying to trick us, right? I think what's gonna happen is Jean Grey and Spider-Man are gonna fight for a bit, right? And then Jean Grey's gonna realize that Spider-Man is a good guy and not trying to arrest her like Damage Control is. Um, and then they're gonna work together. And I think either we know that Tombstone's in this movie. I think Tombstone's either the villain, right? Because somebody hired the Hand to go after Spider-Man. I think the Hand is also going after Daredevil, but I think somebody hired the Hand to go after Spider-Man. That's why we're in this movie, and I think Tombstone or the main villain of this movie, whoever that is, because it's not Jean Grey, is um is the one that hired the Hand, and I think Jean Grey is gonna help Spider-Man and Punisher stop the Hulk. Like once she realizes what she's done and that Spider-Man and Punisher and Spider-Man and Punisher aren't gonna hurt Jean Grey. She's gonna help them stop the Hulk and become friends with Spider-Man. And yeah, so for me, I thought this trailer was amazing. I think this is gonna be the best Spider-Man movie yet. I think because we've all wanted like we've all wanted, at least I've wanted, a street level Spider-Man movie in the MCU, right? And we got a taste of that with the animated cartoon, the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon, right? That Disney released, I think it was last year, right? And I can't wait for season 2 of that, right? Plus, we're probably introducing Jean Grey in this film. Plus, we're getting the return of Savage Hulk. Plus, we're getting Punisher Spider-Man team up. Plus, Daredevil's probably in this film, so we're probably getting a Daredevil Spider-Man team up, which for those of y'all that have been watching me for a long time, you guys know Daredevil is uh, a big inspiration in my life because Matt Murdock doesn't let his disabilities define him. So yeah, for me overall, I loved this trailer. I can't wait to see who the main villain is. Um, and yeah, I can't wait to see who Sadie Sink is playing. Even though I'm like 99.9% sure she's playing Jean Grey, I don't know that for sure. So yeah, thank you so much for all your support. I hope you enjoy this video and I hope you have a great day and God bless you guys.